Two kings of Zimbabwean music, two massive fan armies, one burning question: who is richer, Winky D or Jah Prayzah? Today, we crunch the rumors, the receipts, the cars, the cash gifts, and the sponsorships and give you a verdict. Spoiler: the answer comes with a big asterisk. First, the short bios. Winky D, real name Wallace, a reggae dancehall legend who broke into the mainstream in the early 2000s, famous for socially charged lyrics and massive shows. Jah Prayzah, real name Mukudzi Sean Mukombe, a contemporary superstar known for blending traditional Zimbabwean sounds with pop and Afrobeats, the leader of band Third Generation and the touring act across continents. Both make money from concerts, endorsements, music sales, and sometimes big corporate gifts. But how do they stack up? Let's break it down. When people ask who is richer, we look at public net worth estimates, income streams, gifts, visible assets, and business interests. Remember, many African artists keep private stacks hidden, so our verdict is best effort, not a forensic audit. Let's start with the numbers people actually publish. Jah Prayzah is frequently listed among Zimbabwe's wealthiest musicians, with estimates ranging from $1 to $4 million on different entertainment and celebrity wealth sites. Some lists even call him Zimbabwe's richest celebrity in 2025. Winky D is commonly estimated in the $1 to $2 million range on similar lifestyle and earning trackers, though sources differ. The bottom line: many public trackers put Jah Prayzah ahead of Winky D by a small margin, but the gap is not in the hundreds of millions. It's in the low millions, and both artists' true wealth may be higher due to gifts and private investments. Live shows are where stars make real money. Winky D sells out HICC-sized shows in Harare. He pegged the HICC for his album launches and is consistently massive local draw. But he had challenges with venue availability and state pressure that once led to cancellations, which can cost serious cash. Jah Prayzah is a global touring act, playing Canada, the UK, South Africa, and parts of Europe, which brings higher foreign currency payouts. In 2025, he also launched an album and world tour that boosted his international fees. That touring footprint helps explain why many lists sees Jah Prayzah with a high headline net worth. Brand deals is equal to stable cash. Jah Prayzah has long been visible as a brand ambassador and often features in corporate events. His high international visibility attracts better paying sponsorships. Winky D also gets endorsements and brand partnerships, but his controversial lyrics and occasional clashes with authorities sometimes make big national brand cautious. That's a factor in income differences. Now, for the tabloid-worthy stuff, eye-watering gifts that move the needle. In 2025, Jah Prayzah received a 2025 Range Rover autobiography and $150,000 from businessman Wickno Chivayo, gifts widely reported and shared on social media. Chivayo also gifted vehicles to band members and family, pushing the public value of Jah Prayzah's windfalls close to $1 million in headline value alone. That's a giant flashy condition to Jah Prayzah's visible wealth. Winky D's headlines are less about flashy corporate bakers and more about packed shows, merchandise sales. He has high ticket sales and strong local revenue, but fewer major single item gifts, making international headlines in 2025. Those big gifted cars and cash do two things. One, they increase the visible wealth of the recipient, and two, they often signal powerful bakers and can underwrite big projects. Both boost public perceptions of net worth. Beyond stage fees and gifts, who's invested smart? Jah Prayzah runs JP Studios and is diversified into band management, merchandise, and touring business infrastructure. Winky D also sells merch and runs Vigilant Music and other ventures. Both have stakes that brings ongoing revenue, but compared to continental moguls, their business portfolios are still artist-centric. This means their long-term wealth depends heavily on ticket sales, regional tours, streaming income, and the occasional massive corporate gift, not large diversified holdings like telecoms or mining tycoons. Streams and social reach pay off. Jah Prayzah and Winky D both have big followings. Jah Prayzah's official profiles show strong global reach and big YouTube traction for album releases. Winky D has huge local engagement and viral hits. For example, his 2025 EP Powerball trended. Strong engagement converts into bookings and brand deals, and Jah's international audience means dollars and abroad. Third-party trackers estimate Jah's earnings from social platforms in modest monthly ranges. Useful but not definite, but these analytics help explain why Jah Prayzah's headline net worth often edges out Winky D. Visible assets matter for perception. Jah Prayzah's publicized gifts make his visible asset list look very rich this year. Winky D shows off high production stage setups, and while he owns cars and probably property, he doesn't have as many public gifts headlines in 2025, which keeps Jah Prayzah looking wealthier in the tabloids. Again, visible equals total. Here's the honest conclusion. Based on public estimates, headline gifts, and international touring income, Jah Prayzah appears richer in 2025, largely because of major publicized gifts, strong international touring revenue, and sponsorship revenue. But Winky D is not far behind. He's a local powerhouse, sells out huge stadiums, and has a devoted fan base that translates into steady, substantial income. In other words, Jah Prayzah likely has the higher headline net worth in 2025, but Winky D holds massive cultural capital and steady cash flow that could quickly change the balance. Both artists win. Your favorite just depends on whether you value flashy headlines or grassroots market dominance. Who did you think was richer? Drop your vote in the comments, Team Jah Prayzah or Team Winky. If you want, I will dive deep into how much they each earn for a concert, or do a full assets breakdown with screenshots and receipts and gifts. Smash that like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more celebrity money breakdowns.